Hello viewers, welcome back to the Moose Mobile Auto Repair channel, and today I'm working on a 2010 Toyota Camry, and this Camry is equipped with the 2.5 liter engine, and this particular Toyota has the dual exhaust setup on this. And so I'm just going to be repairing the right rear muffler heat shield. And so now I'm just removing all of the exhaust hangers so that I'll be able to drop the exhaust pipes and the mufflers down so that I'll have good access. So now, shortly, I'll be taking over with the rest of the commentary in the rest of the video here. I'm just continuing to spray some of the penetrating oil so that I can get the exhaust hangers out. And I'm also using a special tool. It just makes it easier. But you can also use like pry bars and channel locks in order to get the rubber hangers out. So I dropped the exhaust system down. I forgot to pull this one off, and now if you look at the bottom of the vehicle, if you look at the bottom of the vehicle and where the jack stand is over there, so I have the jack stand down there so the exhaust system does not fall down. So now when you come back here on top, I have room. There's a bolt in the back here. I'm going to take off, and I'm going to put a large washer there. And there were two bolts here in back here. There were two bolts, one here and one on the side here. So I finished those. So I'm just going to do this one. I'm just gonna remove this bolt here. I'm using a 1/4-inch ratchet and a 10 millimeter socket, deep socket. You can use extensions and stuff. You want to do this by hand only, because if you use an impact driver tool, there's a possibility that you could break these. So you want to do them by hand only, because these bolts are often are rusted. I'm just going to lower the jack stand down there a little bit. I want some more working room. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to lift this up a little bit. Very heavy. Drop it slowly so that I have some more room. Now I know that some people are able to get away with it without dropping the exhaust system, but you want to do this job properly and once, because otherwise you will be back here after a few months or so, or possibly a year or so. So you want to make sure you do the job the proper way. So do this once and do it right, and then that's it. Here's the bolt. Just gonna install a large washer on top and maybe spray some penetrating oil, and maybe add a tiny bit of grease. So I sprayed some penetrating oil on the threads. You can use a Crown or WD-40 or grease, something that's going to prevent rust. So I'm gonna spray some penetrating oil inside here in the hole. Usually penetrating oil is only used to aid in removal of bolts and nuts. It's not really, like, I use it to lubricate the bolts, so it'll make it easier to reinstall them. We're gonna do this by hand. Trying to get inside here. I could use a shorter extension here, but I don't feel like going back to the toolbox again. I just want to get this job done. So make sure it's tight. You don't want to over tighten the bolts. So these two are good, but we just have an issue here in the back because the hole is way too big for it to see in all the way. So we may need to make some modifications here. You can if you want. It's still holding relatively okay. I gave the customer a 10-year guarantee. So now we're just going to leave this. That's the best I can do. The customer doesn't want me to drill any holes or anything. We're just going to leave it. We already have the 2 bolts here. He just doesn't want it to make any rattling noises when he's idling. So I'm going to reinstall everything back now. So I'm going to lift the muffler back up and reinstall the exhaust hanger. It's just slide relatively easy because we already sprayed a penetrating oil on the exhaust hangers. We're gonna move back here and install the hangers back. And the one here. And we're gonna go back to the left rear muffler. Install these back as well. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that on camera. And then we're gonna do the last one that's down here. So we're gonna do the last one here. You might have to lift the exhaust up in order to get it in. Here we go. Might need to bend and adjust the heat shield. So when you hit the exhaust now, it shouldn't be making any noise now.